Hi Stampers, it's Kelly here from Stamping with Kelly, and I'm so glad that you're joining me for this online video tutorial. This is our monthly card club, and so we meet every month on the third Monday and Tuesday of every month. Last night was an interactive video chat with the members of my club who wanted to join. And this video is going to be on replay forever. So are you watching this live? Are you watching the replay? Wherever you're watching and whenever you're watching, please comment along. I'd love to hear where you are in this wonderful wide world. I'm here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, and I have people crafting with me all over Canada because they've received these amazing little packets that I prepare for stampers across Canada to join me in making these cards. So that's what this tutorial is about. If you don't have the cards, don't worry. You can reach out to me and I probably still have leftover kits available if you're watching this in the future. So please reach out. You can also get past kits. Or I might even be having the current kit available as well. So just let me know if you would like to craft along. Again, I can send these anywhere in Canada. If you're elsewhere in the world, I'm so sorry, but I hope you enjoy this video. This month, we've got so much going on. It's crazy. We've got the start of our brand new mini catalog. This beauty just started on September 4th, and oh, I'm having so much fun with it already. I just absolutely love the projects in it, and I know you guys do too, because you are just snagging them up like crazy. I love that. I also am thrilled to announce that tomorrow, this is Wednesday, September 18th. I know this because it's also my son's birthday, but very exciting day for stampers because there's free shipping from Stampin' Up. So free shipping, if you have a minimum $100 order, you just place that online with the host code that is in the description of this video. And you can place that order, have it shipped directly to you for free if it's over $100 merchandise, and you're also going to get some freebies from me. So I love treating my stampers, my customers, with a special. And this month I actually have a two-part special. You're going to get 24 of these gorgeous iridescent snowflakes and 120 of these blue faceted gems. Now, what do they look like and how big are they? I can't wait to show you. Let's see, camera, there we go. Can you see those? They're so stunning. And then we also have these iridescent snowflakes. Do you guys notice how the center of this is perfectly shaped to fit a dimensional in behind? Genius. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Look into the light. They say look in the light or look up, then you won't sneeze. Okay, here's hoping that I don't do it. Blast my audio out. So there's 24 in here. These are iridescent on the front, but on the back side of them, they are just a matte finish, like a regular paper finish, and so you can actually color them with any type of ink or marker. The front side you would only want to color with Stampin' Blends, but you can definitely turn those into whatever color that you want. So again, free shipping is what I mentioned. Free shipping, September 18th, one day only. And what will you order? Let's look at some things here. We have a brand new scrapbooking brochure, and this is available to everyone. This is not a printed brochure, it's only an online brochure, but all the products in it are available now for everyone. You don't have to worry about being a demonstrator or not a demonstrator. These ones became available September 4th, and there's a whole bunch of scrapbooking kits and even two-tone cardstock that's in 12 by 12 size. So if you love Pool Party, Real Red, Basic Black, Garden Green, all of these are going to be available in two tones. So what that means is the front side is the exact color match for that Stampin' Up! Color, and then the back side is just a little bit of a washed out version. So you get a two-tone version, and what's better than one pool party? Definitely two pool parties, right? So I don't have the whole thing here, but I can definitely send you a link. Just put scrapbooking brochure in the comments, and I can send that over to you. I also have it in my newsletter, so be sure to check that out. We have so many things this month. You can also sign up if you are a new customer to Paper Pumpkin, or if you have an email that has never been used for Paper Pumpkin before, you can actually use the code HOLIDAY40 when you log into paperpumpkin.com and set up a new account. Again, this can't be an existing Paper Pumpkin account. If you signed up to be a demonstrator, that means that you have a Paper Pumpkin account. But maybe your husband wants to subscribe. Maybe your child wants to subscribe. This kit is going to be so beautiful. There's a little hint on the cover of what it's going to be about, and it's that Nests of Winter suite, which is from the mini catalog, and it's so, so beautiful. For 40% off, you're not going to want to miss out on this. So we also have, sorry, I have a little frog in my throat. We also have a coordinating add-on. So, excuse me, this is a 3-pack of dies which coordinate with the next 3 months of Paper Pumpkin. So in October, you can see that Cursive Mary die will cut out a gorgeous, intricate die cut there, isn't it? And November is a cute tag with the stitching around the edges. And December has got this beautiful fern. So if you want these, they're usually around $16 to $17. I think they're like $16.50 or something like that. And you can add them as long as you have a Paper Pumpkin account. You can add these to your order and you can get free shipping on them too. So woo woo. We have another Paper Pumpkin. And if you guys are wondering what Paper Pumpkin is, it's our subscription service of kit boxes that arrive to you every month around the middle of the month. So this is the one for last month, and it's called Time for Cake. I'll show you here. I have so many screens going on that I've got lots to show you. Okay, so Paper Pumpkin, and then when you open it up, you've got the instructions here for making the projects. So there are 3 different card designs, and they all feature these beautiful metallics on them too. So let me show you a little bit more. You get adhesives too. You got some mini dimensionals here, and this one is actually a 2-part stamp set. So you get all of these stamps in photopolymer version. Now I do have this available for purchase from my kits collection, my kit stash, I should say, my kit sale. And this is the products that I have on hand, and I can ship anywhere in Canada. So if you are interested in this, it's I think $35 for this kit, and it's such a good deal because you get 2 stamp sets. And then we've got the printed envelopes, which are of course so adorable. And then you've got all these printed card pieces, and you do a little bit of stamping with those. You can see the stamp sets here. It's going to add a little bit more. Printed card bases. This is a really fun piece here, which has this accordion fold. It looks like 3 candles, and then it folds out to so many of them. I think the saying that goes along with that one is lost count, right? That's cute. Then we've got this cake piece here, which actually goes along with these little layers, which you can just pop right out. You can have the cake layers matching, or you can mix and match for a little bit of a playful look. Oh, also on that one are these little forks. These are like a rose gold. Can you guys see that there? It's looking a little bit more yellow than it maybe should be. Yeah, it's a beautiful rose gold. And you've got lots of balloons and things to pop out here. Also got the rose gold on there. We've got Hooray. These are actually an adhesive laser cut. So it's a cardstock weight, and then it cuts them out. It's got them cut out, I should say, with adhesive on the back. There's rose gold on the back. I think I've got rose gold nails, to be honest. I'm kind of matchy-matchy, aren't I? Excuse me. Oh, there's some things I missed in here too. Some cardstock bases, some tags. Oh, so many pieces. So in this kit, You receive the 2 stamp sets, and then you've also got a Stampin' Spot. This is the Night of Navy color, so really good value for that $35. And again, I can ship these anywhere in Canada. They're not available from Stampin' Up! Anymore because the subscription period has ended, but that means that I have extra kits on hand and I can send those over to you. You just say the word. We have a new kit that just arrived at my door yesterday, and this is called Autumn Abundance, September 2024. If you guys haven't received yours yet and you want to be surprised, then make sure that you, sorry, I just have to stay still for a second. There we go. Make sure that you cover your eyes. Don't look. We've got, again, 9 cards, seems to be the magic number, 3 designs with 3 of each. Look at these, that beautiful pop of blue. And then that adorable little snail is so cute. The stamp set is another photopolymer. These are really great. Oh, sorry. I'm working with a new camera and it takes a little bit to adjust. I'm used to just going really, really fast. But my technology went on the fritz this week. So I had to get a different camera. Forgive me as I adjust to being a little bit more slow. If you put some Stampin' Seal along the edges here, there and there, this makes a little pocket, and then you can just slide your stamp set in and out. Then you don't have to take up even more space in your stash to store all of your stamp sets. Look at how tiny that is, right? Okay, let's look at the little bits and pieces here. I have to make sure also that you guys can hear me. Is anybody there? Can you guys let me know? Can you hear me? Can you see me okay? This little piece has like a pop through that happens here. Lots of really fun orange colors, Cajun craze. Then I really like the addition. They're calling this Night of Navy, but I want to say that it's like our retired in color that was called Starry Sky. In person, it's reading as a little bit more of like a purpley color. I really like these. And look at, they're printed on the inside too. So fun. More metallics, and it's kind of that same like rose gold sort of coppery look here. And there's metallics on all of the pieces on that sheet. Some more tags. You guys, this is the piece that made me ooh and ah last night. Like, I gasped. This is a cardstock base, but you better believe I'm going to cut this and make 2 cards out of this, right? Look at that beautiful gold splatter. It's kind of copper. It's like a rose copper. Is that a thing? There's rose gold, but I don't know. A little snail. Cute. Did you guys see that in the stamp set? I think I kind of breezed over that a little bit quickly. In the stamp, you've got the snail base. So you could also turn it into a slug, I guess. And then you've got the shell that you can put on its back. And these, you get so many of them. Of course, you're making 3 of each card, so you've got 3 sheets. This is another one, so pretty. You've got that beautiful metallic on there. It's a peekaboo one again. Envelope. And then look at this. Laser cut. Perfect and ready to be popped onto your cards. So if you want this kit, I do have some extras available. I can't sell them until, what's next month? October 11th. I can sell them. Comes with the Cajun Craze ink spot as well. But if you want one, just make sure that you reserve it with me. Just send me a message and I will be sure to keep one aside for you. We have some more exciting news here. Oh, hi, Shada. Yay. Yes, that splattered card base. Shada's just saying, oh my gosh, it's so gorgeous. The free virtual event. This is for everyone. Demonstrators, customers, stampers, crafters, scrapbookers, no matter what your crafting affinity, I would love to have you join this event. This is put on by Stampin' Up! And it's a virtual event for free which is incredible. So you want to make sure that you register. And if you're interested, I have to send you the link, okay? I don't have it in the comments right now or in the video description, but just write virtual event or World Card Making Day. You can just put that in the comments too, and then I will send you the link. This is, if you register, it will be available on replay. So it's live on World Card Making Day, which is October 5th. I'm actually running a demonstrator event that day, so I'm really glad that it's available on replay because I will be watching it on replay. But you can watch it live or on replay. You just have to register so that you have the links. They're also probably going to send you instructions if you want to craft along with them. So this is really, really fun, and I'm so excited that Stampin' Up! Is making it available to everyone. We also have some other exciting news, and this relates just to my business. Excuse me. I am thrilled, like over the moon thrilled at a new partnership that I'm excited to announce. I went on Instagram and Facebook Live the other day to let everyone know. Did you guys see it? Thank you for tuning into my socials. I appreciate that. But I am partnering with the amazing Brew and Bloom restaurant. They've just opened their second location here in Edmonton, and it's about 3 minutes from my house. It's incredible. So it's really handy, and it is stunning inside, like crazy. This is probably not even a third of the restaurant shown here. Everywhere is adorned with these most amazing blossoms, and it's definitely like Instagram worthy. Like everywhere you turn is just beautiful. And so we're going to be crafting at the cafe. So I am running a new crafting class called Cafe Crafting. And I'm calling it crafting because it's not just card making. It's a totally new kind of crafting. You may not even know what you're going to make even when you show up. How it works is I'm going to bring my stash of kits, and you're going to have the ability to choose whatever kit tickles your fancy that day. And that kit, similar to the paper pumpkins that we just went through, is going to have everything available in it. So you might want to bring an adhesive like our Stamp and Seal. This is definitely a preferred adhesive for some people. If you have something in particular that you want, you can definitely bring that. But otherwise, everything else is provided by me. So you show up, you choose your kits, and they are going to range in price from $25 to $40. Then we can order whatever we want off their extensive menu. They've got snacks and sandwiches. They've got like stunning desserts, incredible cocktails that you're definitely going to want to take pictures of. And of course, the brew part is all their coffee bar. They make amazing coffees, fancy or simple, whatever you'd like. And we can sit and craft as long as we would like in this restaurant. I'm thrilled. So the first event is going to actually be this Sunday. I've committed, I've made the reservation, and they know that we're coming. And so I need to know if you are coming so that I can save your spot. So it's in South Edmonton at Brew and Bloom, but you need to register with me so I can make sure that we have a table set for you. The timing will be from 2 o'clock until 4 o'clock. And if it runs longer, that's totally fine as well. They said that we can have the table up to 3 hours, no problem. Tables, I should say, up to 3 hours. So let me know if you're coming. There is no prepayment required at this time. I might do a prepayment in the future just so that I can kind of understand how many people are coming. But how it's going to work is you just choose your kit. You're going to send me an email money transfer, or you can write me a check if you prefer to do it the paper way. And you can just do that right at the event once you choose your kit. And then let's just sit and craft and enjoy some delicious nibbles. Who's in? Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I know some of you guys are watching from outside of Edmonton, and I really, really wish I could teleport you here so that we can share this experience together. I know this is going to be the first of an amazing experience that we will share at Brew and Bloom in Edmonton. So let me know if you can come. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. All right, what should we do now? Okay, let's go back here just in case you tuned in now as I'm getting ready to show our projects. Tomorrow is free shipping day. Guys, you really, really want to place an order. I know you do. There's cardstock probably that you need to refresh. Do you have envelopes? How are your adhesives doing? Do you need some more dimensionals? Maybe another seal refill? These are all logical things I'm helping you with because I know that your heart has fallen in love with a million things out of this new catalog. And I know you're going to check out that scrapbooking brochure as well, which is available to everyone now. And you can get that all for free shipping tomorrow. How incredible. Okay, let's get crafting. Our first project is a two-part project, actually, which looks just like this. Excuse me. I have like a little frog in my throat, so you have to just forgive me. Okay. Pivot my screens back. Oh, Shada, I wish I could teleport you as well. I wish I could press a button. Wouldn't that be great? This two-part free gift is for people who have picked up their project. So instead of paying money for postage, I thank people for picking up their project. PS. Oh, I don't know what that means. Lower quality stream? I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do with this. Action needed. Oh, don't tell me. I don't know. I'm doing 60 frames per second. So I don't know what this means. Can you guys see me okay? Oh, it's a little bit choppy, isn't it? Okay, Shada, if you're still on and you want to be my tech support, my RAM got fixed, but now I don't know what's going on. This is from a kit from September 2023, and it's a paper pumpkin kit that I do have refills and full kits available for. I'm back. Okay, I'm back. This is exciting. Never a dull moment. Let's work on the box first, and we're going to use items that are in this little envelope. So let's tuck the envelope and the card to the side, and we're going to work on the box first, okay? So this box has these great little fold lines on it, some score marks, and we're just going to use our bone folder to crease everything so that we can fold it. For the bottom, I'm actually just going to fold everything up and then everything down, and then from there I think it'll work great. And their food is really fun. One of their signatures, as I'm just kind of putting this together here, one of their signatures is to have like a mound of cotton candy on top of things. It's so fun. Okay, I'm going to use a little bit of a different adhesive on here. This is the tear and tape, and I'm going to put this onto 3 of the flaps. So folding back the flaps that I just kind of folded in, they're all ready to go. I'm going to put on both of the smaller flaps right near the end. And then this one here, same thing, right near the end. There we go. So I want to leave one of these flaps nice and bare, and that's going to be the one that we fold over last so that it's nice and clean. Now we can, oh, that's the wrong end. I was calling Shada my tech support. My poor dear friend Shada works in the tech industry, and here she is getting roped into an unofficial tech support job. When I'm here by myself, when the tech goes down, it's a lonely place. Okay, so I've got the backing off of those for my hand to go in, and I just make a fist on the inside, and I press down right there. Same thing when I'm putting the flap down, just like that. So to give it that extra crease, you can definitely use your bone folder inside and just press that back and forth. Again, I kind of like putting my fist in there. I find I can get nice pressure, and then that folds the box really nicely. I should have mentioned these little gusset folds on the sides. I don't fold those in necessarily. You can kind of pop them if you need to, but I find that the rest of this can just be pinched together. And we're going to put it down here, and then we're going to de-stickify it. Now what I would normally do is, excuse me, I would just stick this onto my pants and there's like a little bit of fuzz on my pants, and that would just make this a little bit less sticky. But since I've got no pants that are available to be in the frame, and I do have a little paper towel here, I'm just going to kind of put some fibers onto that just so that it makes it less sticky. It makes it so that I can close this up, but that it can be opened without tearing the paper. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes this adhesives are too sticky. Real life. Sorry guys. I got so into starting my project that I didn't show you. Now we're going to make this little tag here on the front, including this piece here, this little sprig, gold sprig, and then this printed sprig on the top. I'm going to put that together just by using some Stampin' Seal. So I'm putting Stampin' Seal here on the larger printed sprig. Then I'm going to layer that over top of the gold sprig. And then on that, I'm going to kind of attach the two of them together. Do this bag shut again, because we worked so hard to de-stickify that other dimensional. We can't glue it all together here with another dimensional. It's really closed up. I gotta pop this open a little bit here. Too much folding. There we go. And now we're, oh, hello, popped open. I guess this one really wants to be pressed like that. All right, I'll give it what you want. We're going to do a little bit of stamping. This one here is actually for our next card. This only has the fishtail on one side. Pumpkin kit, which again was September 2022. It's called With Love and Gratitude. There's this gorgeous stamp set that has these great little sayings here. Let's see. I'll hold that up for you. Is that working? Let's do, I don't know, what did I do on this one here? With love and gratitude, I think I did thank you for the other one. Let's do for you. That'll be nice. I'm going to use a block that I've already got a stamp mounted on, which is funny. It's called Our Lost Lagoon. So if you have that, maybe you have a gray, or even, you know, a black would work too. Might be a little bit bold, but gray, or our new basic beige would probably be a good color match to this base color. And now I'll keep this to the side because I'm going to do some stamping again in a minute. So I'm not closing it up quite yet. Just going to put some dimensionals on the back side of that for you, and then our bag is finished. The more kits you get, the more dimensionals you get. And I have so many in my stash because I love, love, love kits. I use them all the time for myself. When I'm crafting on the go, I will often bring these to like a hockey practice. I'll take them crafting on the road. Of course, I do my Stampin' Campin', which I talk about often. That's where I will take them camping in the car, or I bring like a little lap desk, and I will even sit next to the fire and do some stamping there. For you, it's got all these beautiful pumpkins, sprigs on it, and we're going to just take this card base up a notch. Can you guys see the difference between the two? We're using this stamp here, actually, to stamp a little bit of a background just onto the three corners there. So if you have something that's like a leaf or a sprig, you can definitely use that. So again, I'm doing my card, I'm making my card open like that. It's just tucked into the envelope. That's why it might look a little bit weird. The card just opens like that though. Kind of three little corners here. So pretty. That 𝘎𝙧𝙚𝙚 color on top of the 𝘎𝙧𝙚𝙚 base makes it look really bold, but I promise you it is the same color. Oh, I'm closing this up prematurely. I still have this little tag here. So putting the flat edge to the left, now I have to decide what saying I'm going to put on here. Maybe I put thanks. Maybe I do another for you. Hold your breath and make a wish. There you go. Thank you. It worked out. So now we just get to put together our card with these beautiful bits and pieces. We're going to start by putting on this gold piece. Now I've got this pumpkin which is going to cover a little bit, so I know that I can put some adhesive just right there, and that will hold this on perfectly. Free shipping is such a wonderful time to get more adhesive refills. But if I'm going to just give you a little hint here, and I can only wink on one side. Wink, wink. Okay. Wink, wink. If you have other items that you want to purchase from your wish list, it's a good idea to do that, because who knows what might happen later this month with adhesives, and that's planning a little special. Okay, that's all I can say. It should stop. So much for like a surprise when I just tell you all anyways. Okay, stay tuned. Let's put this big pumpkin on. It's going to be layered on there. I just want a little bit more of those leaves to show. I'm going to cover up those ones a little bit more. And then this other pumpkin is just going to be nestled on top. And then we're going to put our little thank you tag or grateful for you, whichever you've got. Whatever you got going on there. That little, oh, that's very crooked, isn't it? There we go. Isn't that funny? You think you do. All right, so at the end of our projects, I always take you through the products that we used from the catalog. But guess what? There's no products that we used other than what was included in the paper pumpkin. So if you are interested in this paper pumpkin kit, I do still have some full kits and some refills on hand. I believe the full kits are available for $35, and the refill kits I think are $17. Just reach out to me and we can get these in the mail to you. It's just usually a couple dollars to mail them, about $4 or something like that. If you're getting the full kit, then it'll be maybe a little bit more, $6. Something like this. It might be a little bit of a different cardstock base, but you're going to see a beautiful painted background. This card is a fun fold card. I normally include only one fun fold card a month, but these ones were so straightforward this month that I was like, I couldn't handle it. I had to do two of them. I thought you could handle it too. So you guys know I like trying to spoil you as much as I can. The card here is going to end up looking something like this. You open it up like that. It's got like this wonderful way for us to showcase this gorgeous designer series paper that is painted by one of Stampin' Up's artists and just has the most beautiful scenes. Like, what do you want to cut away from that? Nothing, right? So pretty. Lots of nice fall colors in this pack. And it coordinates with all kinds of fall colors from our cardstock collection. And then on the back side here, 6x6 designer series paper. And I also want to talk to you about my product shares that are coming very, very soon. So if you want to have one sheet of all of these patterns and all of the patterns in this entire mini catalog, you can register. It's coming very soon because I just have to price it out. It's all pretty much ready to go once you sign up, and so I can't wait to get this on its way to you. The mini catalog has so many options in here for designer series paper. So this is a wonderful way of getting a sheet in your hands to see what it's like. And if you really fall in love with a pattern, the Gotta Have It All special, which you guys love, most people definitely get the Gotta Have It All special. And that includes all the ribbon embellishments and all the papers, and it gives you an extra special deal on those. So stay tuned. If you don't get my newsletters already, just send me a message. I'll be happy to include you, and then you'll get the information in the sign up link when it comes. There's also a third option in terms of the color, and it might be this green cardstock base. So I'll just put this one here so that you can understand all the different color options. Okay, so let's take all our little pieces out, and you just meet up the edges as best you can. And then once you've got your card folded in half, you're going to fold it in half again, just the front cover portion of it. This is what's called a Z fold. Well, I'm in Canada. Some people would call it a Z fold. I'm calling it a Z fold because that's what we say in Canada. But it's because it makes the shape of a Z, sort of. Z? It's a Z. But we're going to use this on the front. So you've got your larger sheet, and then you've got a nice blue back. And then on the inside, our very vanilla is going to be adhered. And let's start with that layer. Okay, we're going to work from the back side. So I'm putting this on, so stamp and seal. And then once we've got that layered on there, we can add this insert panel, which is just the continuation of this gorgeous designer series paper. Did you guys see that? So the designer series paper is like this. I cut an inch off the top, or some of the patterns I cut it off the bottom, whichever one was a little bit more gorgeous pattern, which makes a really beautiful continuous look on your card, cohesive look from the inside to the outside. So this, I'm just going to do a small border on there. It's just a 1/8 inch border total, so it's split between the two sides. It's a 1/16 of an inch. And when you're putting it on here, you just want to make sure that you're putting adhesive only on the side that's going to be stuck onto this. You don't want to adhere it here because that'll glue your card shut. My sneaky way of making sure is I just flip it over like this, and then I put it just on up here with your vanilla piece as well, so that it's not visible. Now you've built your interactive fold, and this card is so great because it does still stand up. Now we've got that piece, we've just got our little saying to put on here. And depending on how you want to wrap your ribbon, it can take up a lot of space, like this one here. I'll bring it closer. A lot of space, like this one here. Or you can tie it, and then you can have a larger saying or something like that. This is the piece of vanilla that I have for you, so make sure you choose a saying from your collection that matches. And we want to be using a neutral sayings that kind of match perfectly, in my opinion. But I just love this thank you. It's so simple, it's so clean, and it's the perfect size for this strip. This is Grassy Grove. It's actually from our annual catalog, and I love the mixture of imagery that's quite realistic, and then also some great sayings in there too. So I've got thank you. And so I'm actually doing it in the center a little bit because I'm leaving a little border on the left hand side here for wrapping. Oh yeah. You'll just want to take your snip now, and you can snip off as much or as little as you want. I'm going to snip it like that because I want to make sure that I do have a lot of that designer series paper showing. I'm going to do a little bit of a hybrid, like I said, between these two techniques. So this one's just a simple wrap of the ribbon, and this one's a tie of the ribbon, and I stuck it on with a glue dot. This time I'm actually going to tie the ribbon into a knot and then wrap it. Ah, that's a good compromise, isn't it? I like to put just, and then I'm just going to wrap it around like that. You might have to snip off some of the extra. You don't want it to get too bulky. And then we can use our dimensionals. So in all of your cards that are prepped by me, I've included these clear envelopes. Make sure you save those. These are not garbage. They can be reused many, many times. They are perfect for giving your cards. Even if you're giving a flower arrangement, you know how they have those little like spikes, and those fit into the flower arrangement. This is perfect for keeping your cards dry when you're giving them. You can post anywhere in Canada with these, and they just treat them like a standard envelope. You'll want to write either on the back side of your card the name and address, return address, or of course you could use sticky labels as well. And it just makes sure that your card stays dry. In the winter, it stays clean from the snow, and it, I think, really will brighten your postal workers' day as well. Let's put on these little dots. They're gold when they're really gold, aren't they? When you are looking at them on their clear background, but on here, you will want to recreate this many times over and showcase some of the most gorgeous papers that Stampin' Up! Has. If you get a chance to, you can send me a message, and I will try to find the link of the video where the artist actually painted these pictures. So they're painted on a canvas, and then a high resolution photograph is taken, and then in Photoshop the artist will actually digitally match the colors to Stampin' Up! Colors so that they coordinate perfectly. And I absolutely love the final finished result. From our mini catalog, you can find these products, some of these products here, page 25. So these are the gold, they have them called gold textured adhesive back dots. And let's see here. I tried to do that fast to make it go, but it's not wanting to go here. Just a second. There we go. I think you guys can see that now. So these do have like a tiny bit of texture on the surface, but it kind of reads as a little bit of a sparkle, and they almost look like amber to me. So those are really fun. Again, on page 25, they're called gold adhesive textured products. So I have one little leaf here. You can see a rogue leaf. Ah! What's that doing there? From this page, of course, the showcase is the Splendid Autumn 6x6 Designer Series paper, also available in my paper share, as well as all of these different products here. You can actually get the faux glass dots. Faux glass dots. They have like an opaque sort of look to them. They look a little bit like they're mixture of linen and almost a burlap, and then this gold on the side that's actually wild wheat. Wild wheat is probably one of the most controversial colors. You either love it or you hate it, or now people are growing to love it, so I love hearing about that. The next item that I want to show you from this page, these are the textured, what are they called? Woven golden leaves. And my camera does not really like those because it's a lot to focus on, but they almost look like a really, really fine mesh screen. And they're gold. They come in two different sizes, which you can see here, and they give you a little hint. So over on the side here, they've got the Stampin' Blend markers shown, and they are showing that you can actually color the leaves and make them whatever color that you want. So imagine these gold leaves with that gold luminescence, but with a tinge of orange or red or even green. You could make them whatever color that you want. From the annual catalog, I use my stamp set. So the Grassy Grove stamp set is the one that I used here. Again, that has lots of beautiful nature imagery that's quite realistic looking. I think it's probably really fun too. It's got these trees. Can I bring this closer? Let's give it a try. It's got these trees which have leaves on them, and then you can nestle inside the deer, the trees, these little mounds. And there's also another new stamp set and die pack that's quite similar. It's called In the Grove. This one has no sayings in it, but look at all the imagery. The trees are birch trees, so they're bare of leaves, and you can put in a little die cut fox, bunny, or even a little, is it a duck or swan? I love most of all those beautiful, lots of great options. That's called In the Grove. And then the original one is called Grassy Grove. The two of them work perfectly together. So if you like one, you probably want the matching one, right? On page 101, the Simply Scored scoring tool is a great option for doing fun folds. This one we didn't use it, but you definitely could use it, and it would make your life easier if you were making a lot of cards. You guys ready for the next one? Here we go. Just cruising right along to our second fun fold. This one looks like this. And the finished card will end up looking like this. Little panel here. And then it opens up to be like a little book. So when you have it like this, you close it, and then this little panel has the tag basically adhered only on one side, and then it closes it up like that. This is actually templated from a swap card that I got from Karen Morgan, and I loved this version of the card. It looks similar to a card that I would have made, which has this piece cut off here, but this piece would normally be adhered to this front panel. She's switched it up and she's adhered it to the side, and that allows for this as like a cardstock base that just happens to have a score line 1 inch in from the side. Then this piece here is a card front that's just cut off a little bit. So we've got a card front that's just opening and closing, and then we're going to glue this tag on just on the one side. So let's work through that together. Put that to the side. I love this Nests of Winter suite. It's just so pretty. And it's not necessarily Christmassy, is it? The cardstock base here, I'm going to fold this. It doesn't actually have this piece closed. So what you end up is just having a piece that looks like this, and this piece has an extra fold on it, okay? Now we're going to put our designer series paper on. You can see with this one, with the birch trees, I went with the birch pattern that mirrored on this side panel, and then also on this, do we call it a hexagon? It's kind of like a long, elongated hexagon piece. And then I really like the color scheme there. I did another version of this that was slightly different yesterday. And this version here has the tag horizontally because of the saying that I was using. Do you want the back side here that almost looks like little blossoms, or even little pussy willows maybe, hey? And you can choose whatever way that you want your tag to be put on when we get to that point. On the inside of the card, before we make any decisions, let's just put on our piece of basic white. Start easy peasy and go from there. There we go. And now this piece, we might want to think that it's going to fold in like this, but we actually just leave it flat. And so on the exact same plane that we are going to put this on, we're going to this piece of designer series paper. And I'm going with the little blossoms, or those little pussy willows, because I want it to match that front cover. So now we're going to leave that back, fold over the front, and this is where we're going to put on our large piece of designer series paper. There we go. And now that we have our card, we can start building the tag that's going to go over the front. So I'm going to start with my stamping this piece onto, but you do you. I have the Winterly Treetops, which is the coordinating stamp set for this suite. And I use Sending Thanks for this one. I wanted to use the Thinking of You with a smaller bird in a more horizontal way. I'm going to use Sending Thanks and Much Love for this next one, just because I love that saying so much. I'm going to use my Memento ink, which is our tuxedo black color. It's a fabulous basic black color, and it stamps so nicely, and most of all, you stamp with it, basically it cleans itself. You just have to do one final little twist on there and it comes right off. There's no scrubbing involved and it doesn't stain your block. So the Memento Tuxedo Black from Stampin' Up! Is a really great option for a black color that you'll use over and over again. And if your kids, like when my kids are little, they got into my stamping stuff sometimes, it's okay because it cleans up very, very easily. So Sending Thanks and Much Love. Then on the back side of this gorgeous, this is from our designer series paper. For this card that I did here, you just wanted to be a little bit aware that you weren't putting dimensionals too far up. If you're doing a vertical, it's probably all right. I'm going to nestle these cuties in there. And now on the back side here, I'm going to put dimensionals on, but again, I only want to adhere it onto this panel so that it actually hinges open like this. A standard way of doing this, to be honest, in the past would be to adhere it to the front panel, and then it would open. I really like using my card to help me measure where I'm putting my embellishments, or sorry, my adhesives. Here we go. 3 of those on there, and then this side will just be open and blank so that it hinges open. Might have to readjust those birds a little bit. See how this is over top of the edge? I could snip them off, I suppose. Let's snip it off. When you're snipping something and you want it to align, go from the back side. There you go. Perfect. Which probably looks almost invisible to you, but these little embellishments here are faceted with like a grid pattern, and then they've also got a gorgeous shimmer. So I just put 1, 2, and then the third one down here at the bottom, and then now as you open up your card, you get that little reflection of the shimmer on there. Cute, right? What do you think? Are you going to recreate this fold? I'm already getting so many ideas about other stamp sets I could use, lots of designer series paper, but does that count? Can I choose that? My favorite non-Christmas thing from the mini catalog would be this suite. And yeah, I'm going to choose the whole suite because I can. These are my rules. So this is the Nests of Winter. It's on page 31. It comes with a whole bunch of items that you can purchase separately, or if you want, you can bundle and save 10% by purchasing some of them together. So the bundle and save 10% is when you purchase the Winterly Treetops along with the Winterly Treetops dies. So when you purchase the set, it comes with this red rubber set with gorgeous images, great way for you to see how you could color it if you wanted to. Lots of inspiration there. And you can cut them out over and over again with these great dies. So the dies, again, will fit perfectly. These ones are shrunk. The images on the cover here are shrunk down a little bit, but the dies will fit perfectly for the designer series paper and also for the stamped image. Plus the dies have some standalone dies. So when you look at your stamp set, you can see that there's like a little outline around some of the images. That means that there's a die in the pack that coordinates and will cut them out. From this pack, it's really big enough for like a cardstock base. Maybe it's easier to see here. So it makes a nice layer onto a cardstock base, and you could just nestle your little birds inside of there, have them peeking through the boughs. Also, in this set, you've got two of these boughs. This is all helter-skelter. Two of these boughs, and then there's another little branch and branch here. There we go. So little branches here, little branch there that you can die cut, and then you can stand alone. This one here coordinates with the stamp set. Come on, focus, my darling. Also from this same suite, I wanted to show you a few other things. We didn't use some of them, but it's nice to see them, I think. These ones we did use, I should say. These are the earth tone shimmer gems. And I've cut them up a little bit, but you can see here we've got nice neutral colors, and they've got lots of sparkle to them in that nice grid pattern. Two different sizes in each of these colors. We also have a wood grain embossing folder. This is the Birch Wood 3D embossing folder, and this is one of our mega folders now. So you can see, so I love the scale of this beautiful embossing folder. You use this with the cut and emboss machine, which is another great thing to get when it's free shipping day, right? Woohoo! So that's over here, number 4. Number 6 here is our Nest of Winter 12 by 12. Ooh, I'm going to show you one more thing, sorry. We also have the Natural Tones linen thread. This is Copper Clay, Night of Navy, and Garden Green. And you get 10 yards of each. Now, I have to apologize because I've really gone to town with this designer series. All of that designer series paper that had the little berry branches, but these ones have really beautiful like spruce sprigs. And then the back side has this great dot on it. You guys recognize this from our card. And what else do I have here? Some little smaller birds. The back side is this great striped green. You recognize this as well, right? These ones I just cut into card fronts. And that's all I have left over from this. I look at the coordinating colors, which they have written on the back side of the designer series paper physical package, like the cardstock package. They also have some of them listed here along the bottom. That was everything from the mini catalog. From the annual catalog, I just used that Simply Scored scoring tool. Well, Kathy did the scoring actually for this one. Thank you, Kathy. And so she scored those lines there. It's just cut off an inch on one side and then scored an inch in on the other side. And then this is that standard 4 1/4 dimension there. This card here will take a little bit longer, but it's still not crazy. We're speedy. This card here has, I think, a lot of wow factor, and I can't wait to show you. It's so cute. It's ridiculous. Okay, this is what the finished card looks like here. I love that reindeer so much. Aren't his eyes just adorable? When I was getting inspiration from the catalog, I was so inspired by one of their card designs that I wanted to recreate it and just give it a little bit of a twist. Ready to go. Okay, so this card actually is from the mini catalog on page 27. So a version of this card here is up at the top. Let's see if you can see it there. There we go. You can see that, I think. So they've got it stamped with Merry Christmas in the back. They've got 3 presents there and no saying on the outside cover. They also have the little embellishments. I think they might be the little gold dots or something. So now we've got this circle kind of offset a little bit. we can have this beautiful tag with a saying on it. Just one present, and I really wanted to incorporate these beautiful little snowflakes. And instead of stamping in the background here, I wanted to put some designer series paper. So let's take a look at how we put this together. So you might want to use the back side of the designer series paper too. I'll put my other option there as inspiration for you. Okay, as always, I'm going to dump my goodies into my little silicone tray. It comes with my glass mat. This glass mat is maybe the best thing I've had, or anything on another surface. It's available. It was available only for demonstrators for a period of time. Now it's actually available to customers and to demonstrators. So if you want to get free shipping on this tomorrow, this is a great item to add to your order. It comes with a glass mat. It comes with a chamois that you just wet and cleans off everything. And then it also comes with this silicone mat, which just fits perfectly on there. Your little Stampin' Spots can fit inside there, and that will grip them as you open them, and then you can stamp with them. You can use this as a color palette and it won't get stained with your inks. I find that I can pick items up from here better. It keeps my project contained. So if you're the type of person who has everything everywhere all over your workstation as you're crafting, this might be the perfect way of simplifying your life and making sure that everything is stamped perfectly. We're going to start by applying a lot of dimensionals to the back side here. And I'm putting them kind of all over, but I'm also going to focus a lot around this little element here so that I can adhere all these. If you find that you're having trouble taking the backing off, try pushing down in the center of the dimensional, and then you can just use your fingernail on the corner. Now you have a decision. Does it work for you to use the larger trees? This one here, the cut piece that I had a bunch of deer in the center, and so I wasn't as much of a fan of that look. This one though, I think is going to work perfectly. Now I will tell you a couple of things. Okay, I'm just going to warn you, and everything's going to be okay. I promise. I'm just going to put another little dimension there. So dimension. This is a 3" by 3" piece of paper. This is technically 3 inches, but depending on how you look, you might get a little bit of a gap. If you want a gap, you want it at the bottom, because we're going to be tucking this little deer into the bottom here, and he's going to pop out. Okay, so you don't want the gap at the top. If you're going to have a gap anywhere, it's going to be at the bottom. You can center this designer series paper, and then just the tips of these boughs on both sides are going to be showing. Now, if you're not a fan of that look, no worries, because this present here is actually going to cover that. So what I've done are designer series paper present that's going to just cover that up, and then the tag will cover up down here. Okay, so this is a little bit of a workaround so that we could really maximize that designer series paper. Otherwise, sometimes I just don't have enough to share with everybody, and I have to make decisions like what they did in the catalog, which was do the stamping in behind. So this is, I hope, an okay compromise for you. If you are not a fan, go ahead and you can stamp your background here, and then you'll have the same look as the sample in the catalog. I don't know if you guys saw that. I just used some Stampin' Seal just a little bit on the back side of this designer series paper, because we've already got the dimensionals underneath. So it's just, now let's make our adorable little deer. This deer die cut comes in 3 parts, and we're going to layer them up to create the most adorable little deer you've ever seen. So why don't we start with the back piece here. So on top of the early espresso outline piece with the antlers, we are going to glue with Stampin' Seal or glue dots, whatever your choice is, this little white background. And this is going to show as a highlight through the openings of the next piece. So you can see you've got some openings here of the nose and the eyes, and then the antlers are going to show behind there. Then we're going to use glue dots, mini glue dots. That would work well too. I'm just using my Stampin' Seal. And now we layer that over top. So with that look, you get the ears from the white layer, as well as the chest, the little ring around the nose, and then the tiniest, cutest little hint in the eyes that give it that awesome gleam. Isn't that adorable? I love, love, love this die pack so much. On the back side of the deer head, I'm just going to put on some dimensionals. So 2 dimensionals on the ears, and then down here at the, let's rub that off. So he's just going to tuck so nicely into this little forest. He's popping through. Oh, his eyes, they just like speak to my soul or something. All right, let's take our tag now and we can do some stamping. The stamps that I used for this one here are the reindeer fun. It says Christmas is better together. And then the other sayings are quite large. So I wanted to remind you that we have a bunch of online only items too, including this greetings of the season. This has, should I build one actually? Let's do it. I'm going to need a block. So this set is great because it includes a whole bunch of all caps, very like newsprint style. And then it also has these beautiful cursives that you can put together. So let's put Merry Christmas on there because that would be so nice. So I'll take out Christmas, let's lay that down. And then I'm looking for Merry, which is here. Oh no, I'm doing it opposite. Okay, Christmas and Merry. You could also, of course, make Merry and Christmas both cursive or both in that all caps look. Okay, stay there. Merry and Christmas. This is double mounting my stamps. I think I'm going to go Merry up there and then Christmas down here at the bottom. So I'm going to start with my Christmas because I think that will be a little bit harder to place perfectly. You might be able to fit both of these onto and stamp onto the paper ones. I think I'm going to have more control doing it this way, so that's why I'm doing this. If you were testing it out on a scrap piece of paper to make sure that it was going to fit, that would be a smart decision. I'm just going to show you here. I'm using Granny Apple Green. This is a coordinating color that goes with the cardstock. It goes with the, this might be garden green actually. For some of you, you might have the red. Some of you might have garden green. But let's do this. Open that up again. I just want to ink it up one more time just to make sure it's nicely inked everywhere. And then my Merry, I think I'm going to put over to the left-hand side. Ooh, I love it. That turned out so great. With this set, you can really customize a lot of things. Some of the sayings come together, like the ones at the bottom here. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration, and it's the most wonderful time of the year. Also for you, love and joy, season greetings are all together, but everything else is a mix and match from the top, so you can really customize it and make it your own. Again, this is an online only item, and it's available to everyone, which is the end period of the mini catalog. Stampin' Up! Does say that products may or may not last until the end of the catalog, even if they're in the catalog too. So I guess everything is while supplies last. The online exclusives are just a little bit more unknown to us. Ooh, I like that a lot. That Merry Christmas looks so pretty. Now I'm going to put this piece on with some mini glue dots. And just 2 of those. You might have an understated present. And this one we'll just go horizontal like that. I really like that though. That looks cute. The bow on it looks happy. 2 dimensionals on there, just so that it doesn't twist around. And I'm going to put that up there, hiding that little bit there. Oh, it's so cute. Now the finishing touch here is to add on these adorable little snowflakes. These are not adhesive backed, so you'll want to use a fine tip glue pen like this one here, or even a Tombow Mono multi-purpose liquid glue. This one has a fine tip. So used to not having to wait for things to dry, so I really like the Stamp and Seal, and I find this works really, really well to adhere my projects. If you're finding you have trouble with this adhesive staying attached to your projects and having it like string, or maybe it stops being sticky at the end, you just have to do a little check mark. So you do your line of adhesive and then do a sideways motion like a check mark, and that will break the line of adhesive. I'm going to use my favorite of the fine tips, which is the fine tip glue pen. They tried retiring this. Funny story, you guys. They tried retiring this, and then everyone yelled at them. And then they turned it into an online exclusive. We loved it so much. The features of this one, I'm going to just wait till my camera here adjusts. Ooh, look at it exploding a little bit. The features are that it has this little pin, which goes inside the nozzle, which hopefully isn't covered with goo. It's just kind of excited to come out and play, I guess. Here. Oh my gosh, look at it. It's coming again. It's coming out again. Okay. Get out of there. Oh my gosh, it's doing it again, you guys. Anyways, there's this post. There must have been a real change in temperature down here. Hey? Went to at my sister's house, and I put the ketchup bottle on. I didn't mean to, but I put it on the barbecue ledge right next to the barbecue, which was hot. And by the time people were opening up that ketchup, it was just exploding everywhere. So when you're putting this back together, hopefully you don't have things squirting everywhere like what I had. But I just like to use my finger to kind of guide it in. I find that works a little bit better. You want to make sure that that post goes in there so it doesn't wreck the post and then kind of wreck your adhesive a little bit. Your nozzle won't stay as clean. Okay, less talking, more doing. Oh, look at this blowing a bubble now. This is exciting with this, hopefully. Little snowflakes in there. And I just do 7 dots where I want the snowflakes to be, or however many snowflakes you have there. And then, I don't know if you can even see my snowflakes. They're kind of hidden here. I'm going to use my Take Your Pick tool, which will make your life so much easier when you're placing things like this. There's a putty tip here, and you can just give this a little twist and then back off again, and it's going to squeeze some putty out of the tip. And you don't want it to squeeze out like a snake and be curling everywhere. You just want this end piece to have a little bit of stickiness so that you can use this tool. And you can use the stabby tool, you can use the embossing edge. But for this technique, I'm actually going to use it separated, just like this. I'm going to take my putty tip and pick up the snowflake and then use the pointer tip to separate it and press it onto the project. It works really, really well, especially when you don't put your fingers or your hands into the adhesive. Now, when you are placing the adhesive on there, you don't want to put too much, just because this does dry clear. You've got 2 different sizes of these snowflakes, and they're just so cute. Before you place them on your card, even, you can take a little squish to them. Uh-oh, am I short one here? Well, good thing I gave myself the one where I'm short, because I've got a few more that I can put onto my card. What do you think? Just a couple. So just putting them on the same way with this little fine tip glue dot and then pressing it on. And you'll also want to take a look because there's different attachments. I've bought this base multiple times so that I can have all the attachments at my fingertips whenever I want. But really what you need to purchase is just one take your pick tool, and then you can get the attachments separately, which will go on to that same tool. So the different attachments, there's this die brush, which will come with a foam pad, and that's great for, I forgot to tell you this, you might have some little pieces that are still stuck in here. Sorry if they're a little bit stubborn to get out. Kathy was die cutting them and she was just practically pulling her hair out. She was so frustrated with it. Cutting with a piece of wax paper on top of the sheet that you're planning to die cut, like the cardstock that you're planning to cut. So between the die, the metal die, and the cardstock, you put a sheet of wax paper. We use parchment paper and it still works. And then the paper just pops right out. Now, what was happening is that the paper was getting a little bit stuck into the die, and then so the next time that we ran it through, if there was a little bit of paper stuck there, it didn't want to cut through this next sheet that we were trying to die cut. So apologies if that's not as easy to poke out as it normally is, but we piece that comes with this original tool actually has two stylus tips to it. So one has a larger ball stylus and one of them has a smaller one. Again, I've just purchased this base a few times so that I can have all of these tips at my fingertips right when I want them. There's another new edition pack that we have added, and I'm going to just bring my card close so that it knows what to focus on. This is a really, really sharp knife. Holy cow, it's like a scalpel. And that just goes into this tip, which could either hold. This has a much longer tip. So this is another additional piece that you can purchase. The back side of that almost has like a dentist attachment to it. You guys see that there? Oops. There we go. So you got like a little dentist hook. Don't do dentistry with your take your pick tools. Please don't do it. So yeah, get those attachments for your take your pick tool, and you're just going to be happy every time you craft. What do you think, you guys? Cute card, right? May's Sweet Collection. This one comes with, again, a bundle where you can bundle and save 10%. You get the Reindeer Fun, and then you also get this Reindeer Fun die pack. There is so much to play with in this one suite that I think we should do a specialty class on this. What do you guys think? So in Edmonton, you would come over to my house and we would make a whole bunch of projects. There would be a class fee if you wanted just the projects, and then if you wanted to purchase your dies on top of it, you would probably get your projects for free, your dies and your Reindeer Fun stamp set. So make sure you guys are great because they have items that stand alone. So like these deer, which we use the 3-part deer head, right? Reindeer, I should say. And then you've got the decorative bells, you've got this little bow, you've got the holly berries and the leaves. Then you've got these sizes of presents here. I didn't use those. I just cut out the rectangles to match the sizes because I didn't think that the stitching was going to match, was going to show on the designer series paper that I wanted to use. And then these, of course, were used to trim those presents with the bows. Adorn. You can even put that around your little deer's neck if you want to. Then we've got this piece, of course, that doesn't have a stamp that goes along with it. And then all the other pieces cut out stamped images. So you'll cut out the parent and the baby deer, reindeer, and then this prancing reindeer, as well as this tree. You can also stamp the little harnesses on here or like a little bow around their neck. It's so cute. Even some little holly and berries that you can put around their neck. There's so many things that we could do with this, and I'm really looking forward to a specialty class. So stay tuned. What do you think? If I do a specialty class, would you be interested in a to-go version? Is this adorable Reindeer Days paper. So this paper features a whole bunch of reindeers playing around, having the time of their life. And some of them are so cute, like this one here. I love this one. It's got the string of lights wrapped all around it, and it's just prancing around, having fun. This one's got its little Santa hat. The back side of that has presents. Then we've got this cute pattern with the deer heads poking through the wreaths. This is like almost like a stop motion. Do you see how this pack, or this sheet here in the pack, has them all just cozying up together? This one's got a mug of hot cocoa or something. The birds are putting the stars on the tree. It's really cute. And this one, they're skating, because of course reindeer skate. This one's making a cute little snow deer. You see that? Aww, adorable, right? Sledding. And the back sides are all these gorgeous graphic patterns that are perfect to... We've got a new embossing folder that is really fun. We used it on this card already. And I want to show you, it's one of our oversized ones again. This one's a 3D, and again, you can fit 2 card fronts in here at a time. So when we were prepping your cards here, Kathy was able to cut them first and then put them into the embossing folder and get that beautiful plaid texture on there. Probably the most popular item from the catalog that I've heard of is actually not available right now, but it should be available sometime this week. Check tomorrow, okay? They're white and red, and it's like a swirled peppermint. So these didn't come into the warehouse as expected, and so they went on back order quite quickly. But I know that you guys are going to want to play with these. They're so cute, aren't they? Also included in this suite, some red and white trimmed baker's twine. I don't have that in my drawer right now. I don't know why. And then I wanted to show you these book treat boxes so that you could get an idea of the size. So they come, everything is scored and ready to be folded, and there's actually adhesive on it as well. Or you can even put designer series paper on the outside. You can open it up like this, and the inside is a food safe kind of glossy coating, so you don't have to worry about it staining as much with any grease that might be in your baking or the treats that you're giving out. There's also another fun way of putting this together, and shout out to my good friend Lindsay who showed me this technique. So on the base of this box, there's just 2 strips of adhesive backing, and then the box comes together so easily, you guys. You just put the ends up like this and then wrap it around like that. A separate piece that is already cut out here of this book cover. So when you're doing your book cover, if you were to seal this up, then of course you can't open it to put the treat in there. Or if you put the treat in and then seal it up, then the person has to rip your project in order to access their treat. And that's less than ideal, because I know most kids, and definitely me, they want to keep opening it over and over again. So there are 2 pieces of adhesive backing here. I recommend actually not to put those together like that. Instead, just take off this piece so that instead of an opening book, you actually get a little slide. It's going to slide open and close, and then you can put your treat in there and they can open it and close it many times. So there's this way of doing it, or of course you can have it open like those old Lifesaver books. What a cute idea, right? The other thing is that a gift card will fit perfectly inside of there. So that's a great, clever way to give a little treat and also a gift card this holiday season. Cover it with designer series paper, stamp on it. You could do whole kinds of fun, creative things. On page 33, that's her cards, really. They've got the snow globes there with the designer series paper to match, and also the stamp set to match. And then you can put these little shakers inside and then they'll just kind of tussle around and add interest to your card. But of course, on this card, we actually put them on with a fine tip glue pen, so you can use them as embellishments too. They don't even tell you how many I think are in here. Approximately 9.5 G. So 9,500 embellishments, right? Am I saying that right? Yeah. K? What's a G? Oh, we know. Who knows? If you guys want to count it out, I will give you a free container of these. If you want to tell me how many are in it, I will transfer that for you. So, last but not least from our mini catalog is our glimmer paper. Now, you might not have seen this because it's actually a product that's not featured in the bars that are white down below. It's actually featured in the picture itself. So make sure you're looking at all of the text here and reading what's available. And if you need to make sure you're not missing anything, you can also look at the index and the fun and exciting. This is 12-inch by 12-inch paper, and it comes in, I'll pull out the 3 colors here. Granny apple green, garden green, and cherry cobbler. So pretty, aren't they? This granny apple green is probably showing as more gold. Yeah, I can see it's more gold on there, but it really is like a bright green color. It matches this cardstock really perfectly in real life. Again, camera doesn't like that so much. And now from our annual catalog, we've got, let's choose. Do we want dies or punch? So we have this labeled with love stamp set, and if you would like to bundle and save, you get to choose whether you want 3 dies for $32 or 1 punch for $32. So the punch looks something like this, right? And the dies are independent dies that you can arrange and cut out into like little peekaboo patterns. Or you can just mass produce and cut out a bunch at a time. Now, of course, you don't have to bundle and save. I did choose just to get the stamp, or sorry, the punch by itself without the stamps. But I want to know, can you write in the comments, what do you choose? Dies or punch for this? $2, or you can choose 1 die, and that's only $16.50. What a great deal. So for half the price almost, you can get that exact same sheet, and then you can cut it out with your Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. I don't know. What do you choose? I really like both for different things. Sometimes I really like punching, because I find I tend to do that a little bit more, like when I'm at the hockey arena, or if I'm sitting and waiting somewhere, like a doctor's office or something like that, I'll do some punching. The die cutting, though, is definitely a little bit more fast when you're mass produced. Last but not least, I've got one more question for you. These are all the projects that we made tonight. Which one strikes your fancy the best? Which one do you like the best? I really want to know, because I'm always so curious. Do you like the fall one with the fun Z fold? Maybe you like the birds. That's also a fun fold, right? Or do you like that adorable little reindeer just peeking out and being the cutest thing ever? Maybe you're excited to give your hosts this Thanksgiving a little gift and a little card, or your dinner guests when they come over for Thanksgiving dinner. Maybe you want to give some back to school gifts to the teachers. This is a great way of doing it. And again, I have these this paper pumpkin available for you immediately if you'd like. So I am so grateful that you joined me for this wonderful crafting experience together. Just transitioning you up here. I am thrilled to be stamping a little bit more in person with you, and switching it up, going to Brew and Bloom. I hope you'll join me there, and maybe in my studio, the paper share, maybe you want ribbon or even the embellishments, or are you the gotta have it all person? Because that's me too. Anyways, reach out to me. If you're not on my newsletter list yet as well, you'll want to make sure to reach out so that I can keep you posted. And last but not least, if you're watching this in the future, I'm sorry, but tomorrow is free shipping day. So if you spend at least $100, then you'll get free shipping to you, and you'll also get a two-part free gift from me. So